What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music. It's a musician myself. Today's the return of Final Fantasy XI. This one is the Garden of Ru'Hmet, and this one's composed by Naoshi Mizuta, requested by Mushimari. I have a handful of 11 stuff right after this, so if you like 11, check out the videos that are coming right after this. This is, I should say, the Gates of Paradise, the Garden of Ru'Hmet. Something I noticed with 11, there's a lot of gardens. I have like 3 songs, I think, with garden in the title. Really quickly, just before I get started, I've heard of a handful of 11 stuff. It's really charming music, is the only way I can put it. It's very nature, outdoorsy, and always reminds me of like leaves falling and sunsets and stuff like that. So let's see what happens here. I've yet to hear anything that's kind of like a high energy or any sort of battle or anything, as far as I know. So let's see. The Garden of Ru'Hmet, Gates of Paradise. This one's trippy vibe though. I love the bass. What kind of gardens are these? Spooky? Oh, that's synth bass. Doesn't sound like any Final Fantasy song I've ever heard. This is trippy. Kind of reminds me of Esto Gaza from FF9 a little. And kind of like Terra Memoriam. Endgame FF9 vibes. The crystal. Now it sounds like Aiko's village. What feeling does this give me? Whoa! Blindsided. Is this garden in space? think it looped. Whoa, dude. Gates of Paradise. Sounds like the opposite to me. Gates of Hell. Percussion. What a journey. Even the percussion sounds like mysterious. And then it goes away. Ooh, man. Excellent chord choices. And the keyboard sounds really cool too. The lead. That. Kind of has like a bell quality to it. Oh, it's almost over. Oh, I just noticed the bass has a delay signal on it. Well, that's my new favorite FF11 song. What I mean by that at the end when I said it has the delay signal, think of delay as another word for echo. So when the bass going dong, 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 it's going dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. It's got that little like trail end of a signal after it. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed the first song I heard from 11. I do not remember what it was. I think it was Bustle at the Capitol. I could be wrong. I just remember I was wearing like a red jacket. But this was unlike anything I've heard out of 11, but also one of the more unique songs of Final Fantasy that I've heard in the past 2 years. Has this... The only way I can describe this, I've only played 7 Remake, 8, and 9. Right, that's it. And to me, it felt more along the lines of like what I imagine late game music to sound like. Very tension and not space, but like just tension and mystery, and like you're finding out some crazy stuff. But as far as I know, this is an MMO, so I'm not really sure if there's... I know this probably sounds dumb, but I don't know if there's cutscenes in this game. I know 14 has cutscenes. But that brings another point that I kept thinking of when I was hearing this. And this question is only for people... Sorry to exclude some, but this question is for people that have played 11 and played a good handful of other Final Fantasies. Does this sound like the most unique FF soundtrack? Because from my knowledge, from the inception till just about 10, let's say 9, but 9, 10, it's Nobuo Matsu, very much, who has a lot of diversity, but their sound. 10 started to branch out and had a little bit of some uniqueness to it because of the other composers. And some of those composers, I could be wrong, but also worked on future titles, like 13, I think. And then there's 12, which I haven't heard a lot of, but it's also kind of divisive. And I don't know who's composed that or who's worked on that. but it's, from what I've heard, it sounds very also unique and different. 14 is obviously mostly Soken and some people here, including Naboo. 15 is Yoko, and I'm not sure if there's anyone else that worked on that. Oh, Keiichi Okabe a little bit. And then 16 is Soken. So 11, I see a lot of names that I haven't really seen in other titles. It seems like it was kind of its own thing, where to the point where it sounds like a different game. It doesn't sound like FF, which is cool because maybe, of course, they were probably going for that. I can only imagine when FF11 came out, how the reception might have been, right? Like, what do you mean this is a massive multiplayer online game? You know, I'm used to my stories and I can only imagine. Maybe now it's more accepted, or maybe it was accepted with open arms back then. Who knows? But you have 10 games, not counting like spin-offs and stuff, of a formula already set. So to go from that to MMO with a whole very different soundtrack, you know, I really wonder if this is the anomaly of the FF world. And that's including 14 and 12 and 13 and all that. To me, I'm new to this, but to me it seems like 11 is, I don't want to say the least popular, but it's the black sheep, maybe. I don't know. Let me know. So that's for people that have played this game or have been around for a very long time with Final Fantasy. So let me know. Anyways, despite all that, musically, that was, I mean, right up my alley. That was trippy, weird, but still musically had a lot of control. There wasn't a lot of deviations. It was pretty straightforward. But percussions would come in and out. The lead sounded all spacey and everything sounded kind of gloomy, right? It sounded very contradictory to Gates of Paradise. And I definitely don't imagine a garden there. Maybe like a Halloween style garden. I can absolutely not think of where that would play. What setting, what time of day. I have no idea. But it sounded closer to, it's not a spoiler, but like if you've played FF9, kind of like some of the last sections are really mysterious and bizarre, and I kind of got that, you know, like Terra and Memoria and all that. So yeah, it definitely made me think, and it makes me excited to hear more 11, which is about to happen right now after this video. Because up until now, it's all been very, what did I say at the beginning of the video? Like, it's very like nature-y and kind of wholesome sounding, and just, but it seems to be quite diverse. So let me know. I'm very curious about that. How you feel about 11, and tell me more about this game. And apparently it's still going, so that's cool. Okay, so thank you Mushin Mary for that. They are the ones requesting all the 11 stuff, so I have more 11 coming right now. Thanks to everyone that you see here. I cannot be here without them, truly. And thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse, and the Auditorium Video Game Music Rules.